Now that Siren's Curse is open at Cedar Point, it makes the park's roller coaster collection that much better. With opening such an awesome new roller coaster, Siren's Curse completely blew up my previous Cedar Point coaster rankings from last year. So the big question is, where does Sirens fall? And get ready to be shocked with my placement for Top Thrill 2. Starting off the list of the best roller coasters at Cedar Point with number 18. Top Thrill 2. Okay, I'm just kidding. Though, that would be funny. Number 18 is Wilderness Run. Now this kiddie coaster towers over the midway at 19 feet tall, and it does feature a little bit of airtime, but a really cool fact about Wilderness Run is that it was Cedar Point's first Intamin coaster. Number 17 is Woodstock Express. Now this is a great family coaster, and I really do value the layout, and this Vekoma coaster really does complement the other family coasters at the park. Now for me, it's a great ride, my kids really enjoy it, but I really hope that the next coaster coming to Cedar Point is a newer launch coaster for families. Think something like Big Bear Mountain that is located in the Snake River Falls plot of land. Number 16, Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Now you have to love good old aerodynamics. This coaster offers a beautiful setting, it really does, and throughout the layout you're going to get to experience 2 different lift hills and a great drop over the water. And just like Junior Gemini, I've been riding Cedar Creek Mine Ride since my first visit to Cedar Point in 1993. And one last thought on this aero mine train, and that is ouch. Yes, it is not the most comfortable ride out there, so be prepared for that. Number 15 is Corkscrew, the aerodynamics triple looping coaster. And I recently rode it with my son just a few weeks ago, and I gotta say, it wasn't that bad. It definitely better than Carolina Cyclone at Carowinds, but this was the first roller coaster in the world to flip riders upside down 3 different times. And Corkscrew was my first coaster that featured inversions, so it's a big deal for me when I first rode it years ago. Now something that I really value about Corkscrew is the placement of the ride. It really is awesome how you travel over the midway, and it does offer a great pop of airtime right before the vertical loop. Number 14, Wild Mouse. This Imperla spinning coaster opened up at the park in 2023, and I gotta say, it's a really cute ride. Families love it, it looks great in the boardwalk area of the park, and it offers a great fun twisted layout. There's a lot to just like about this ride. In my opinion, it does not spin enough. I wish it had a little bit more spinning, but either way, it's number 14 for a reason. Now number 13 is a very sentimental coaster for me, and that is Iron Dragon. This was my first suspended coaster that I've ever been on, and I love it. Now obviously it's not that great anymore, and sadly it's 1 of 5 left in the world like it, but it is a classic, and it features 2 lift hills with a great ending over the water. There's something about walking down the midway and seeing Iron Dragon, swoop right above the water there that just makes you smile. Number 12, Rougarou. Now depending on who you're talking to, this coaster might make you smile or put a big frown on your face due to the headbanging. This B&M floorless coaster is a great ride. I mean, I enjoy it for the views of Top Thrill 2. Yes, I recommend riding the very front row because you're going to be going up that lift hill and get a spectacular view of Top Thrill 2 Spike. It really is worth it. The rest of the rides, it's okay. The first half is the best part. Second half is where the headbanging kicks in. But my big question is, does anyone miss Mantis? Let me know in the comments. But on Rougarou, you're going to flip upside down 4 different times in this great twisted layout of a ride. Again, I like Rougarou. I don't love it. There's reasons why, in my opinion, it's the worst B&M at the park. Number 11, Gemini, opening up in 1978. Now when it races, this aerodynamics ginormous mine train coaster is awesome, and it features a great head chopper. Might be one of the best ones in the park. While sadly you're not going to find too much airtime on it, the visuals that you get from the ride are great of the whole entire park, and it's just a fun and enjoyable coaster. There's reasons why Gemini is such a great ride that families and all coaster enthusiasts really just enjoy riding, except the ending. Those helixes are horrible, and the way it slams into the brakes, no thank you. In my opinion, I think Cedar Point should look at removing the ride altogether and building something bigger and better in this massive plot of land. Number 10, Valravn. You're going to get amazing views from the top of this dive coaster. Valravn is the tallest dive coaster in America until Over Texas builds their brand new Giga Dive that's going to be opening up in 2026. And while Valravn isn't the best ride at all, and honestly, I don't ride it every time I go to Cedar Point, but when I do feel like riding it, it's for the views. That's the only reason why I ride it. The views up there on the first drop are phenomenal, and even the mid-course drop offers some great views of Top Thrill 2 and looking north towards the rest of the park. Overall, Valravn has an awesome theme, a great name, a fun ending, and a fantastic first drop. Number 9 might surprise some of you, and that is Blue Streak. Opening up in 1964, this awesome out and back wooden coaster delivers in the airtime department. Honestly, this ride is so underrated. A lot of people miss it, maybe they don't see it or know where it's at, or they don't think it's gonna be that good. But my question is it better than Kings Island's Racer? Both are fantastic rides in my opinion. I love Blue Streak. This ride is awesome, and it's a shame that it's Cedar Point's only wooden coaster. Now, what I really enjoy about Blue Streak is how it runs along Raptor, because you get great views of Raptor Station as well as the queue line. I've always loved that because you get to look out and see one of my favorite B&M inverted coasters out there, and then on the other side is the marina. It's just a really cool visual experience. Number 8 is Gatekeeper. Now with this B&M wing coaster, it's kind of interesting. The more I ride it, the more I enjoy it. So before Brandon's YouTube channel, I did not like Gatekeeper. I barely rode it. I honestly thought it was like a dud. And then as I got to go to Cedar Point more and meet more people and ride Gatekeeper more, I've really come to really appreciate it. Now, obviously, the first drop is where it's at. In my opinion, it's one of the best first drops at Cedar Point. Then the rest of the ride is okay. I do like the interaction that you get with the main entrance of Cedar Point, but other than that, I really wish Gatekeeper offered some airtime at least. But it is the perfect GP coaster, and again, I've really enjoyed the ride overall. Number 7 is Raptor. And I gotta say, that B&M roar, it is something else. There's something about walking into Cedar Point and you instantly hear it. I love the placement of Raptor. The way that first drop is, how it kind of goes over the main midway is just phenomenal. Absolutely, it's great. And I've been riding Raptor ever since it first opened up in 1994. And I recommend riding the very front row for the visuals, but the very back row for the best ride experience. And in my opinion, Raptor is the best B&M at the park by far. I love the old school B&Ms. This was a huge deal when it opened, and it really is rather smooth still. That Cobra roll is just amazing and one of the best Cobra rolls out there. Now, if you're looking for some new coaster gear to wear in the parks, be sure to check out my online coaster gear store at keepridingcoasters.com. Coming in at number 6, Magnum XL-200. This was a very tough placement. I really did not know where to place Magnum because I love Magnum. And let's be honest, it takes a certain type of enthusiast to really say that, to say I like Magnum. Now, yes, it is rough in some aspect, and the triangular air times are not for everyone. And if people don't like their thighs being kind of bruised, if you will, I for one love it. I love everything about Magnum. In my opinion, I think the second drop on Magnum is better than the first one. I just love how it curves along the beach, then you dive into the ride's first tunnel. It's just perfection. I really, really love it. But you cannot talk about Magnum and not respect the ride's ending. It's airtime heaven. All the different airtime hills, especially if you sit in the magic seat, which is the very first car of the train, the third row of that very first car. Highly, highly recommend it. It's definitely worth it. Now here's a sentimental story about Magnum. This was my first hypercoaster ever. I rode it with my father back in 1993 for the very first time. I was terrified, believe it or not. So scared of how tall it was. So fast forward to 2025, and I just took my son to Cedar Point, and guess what? He rode Magnum. He loved it so much, we rode it like 7 or 8 times. I kind of got a little bit of a headache, but it was so worth it. So here's a photo of me back in 1993, and here's a photo of my son and I in 2025, almost on the exact same date to be exact. Now if you're enjoying this video, then all I ask you to do is please take 1 second to give the video a like. That is by far the best way that you can help support the time it takes to create these videos, and I really do appreciate each like. Number 5. Siren's Curse. Honestly, I really enjoy it. Now I will say, I think a lot of people are overhyping it. And it is kind of gimmicky, but it really does work. That tilt is so awesome. I was not expecting to enjoy that tilt as much as I did. The ride's layout after the tilt is awesome. It's all twisted, features some great airtime, a nice little tunnel, 2 barrel rolls, and some quick transitions. Siren's Curse really is worth the hype, and I love the lighting package at night, but for me it's all about the onboard audio. Without the onboard audio, I would have Magnum over Siren's Curse, but for me it's about the overall experience, and the way you just have to ride it to experience it, to know what I'm talking about. It is addicting. Siren's Curse is phenomenal. Number 4, Millennium Force. Now while the trains are having issues this year, the ride is running amazing. I was able to ride it with my son, and trust me, this ride is hauling this year. And when you plunge over the 310 foot tall first drop, honestly it's the best view that I think you can find in any coaster in North America. Lake Erie to your left, Cedar Point out to your right. It doesn't get better than that. But Millennium Force is not about the airtime, it's all about the speed and that awesome layout. And honestly, I wish more coasters would feature giant overbank turns like you're gonna find on Millennium. I've always loved the sense of adrenaline as well as speed that you get on Millennium Force, especially night rides. Night rides on Millie are phenomenal. Number 3, I'm gonna get a little bit of hate for this, but it's still vengeance. Now hear me out. I would like it more if the fast lane merge point was better. Now, what that means for me is when I ride a ride, I want to ride it 3 or 4 or 5 times pretty frequently to kind of see what I really like about it, what I didn't really like about it, etc. And with Still Vengeance, it's always like a 30 to 40 minute wait usually. It just takes forever, it seems like. But Still Vengeance offers an amazing first half. The second half is a little bit repetitive. It's still great, don't get me wrong. But I really value the outward bank hills that you're going to find after the ride's first drop. Those things are trying to chuck you into Lake Erie, and I'm all for it. I mean, RMC really went all out for Still Vengeance. This ride is just, obviously it's ranked very high for anyone who's been on it, and there's reasons for that. But for me, I just like 2 other coasters at Cedar Point better. Number 2 is Maverick. Now, it's crazy to think that a 105 foot tall coaster could be this good, but let me tell you, it really is. This ride is no joke. From the quick transitions, to the rock work, to the track right above all the water, like Maverick is perfection from Intamin and Cedar Point. They really knocked it out of the park with Maverick. I love the small trains, the intensity of the ride, and of course that second launch. That is the highlight of Maverick. It is so awesome and so intense. Which brings me to number 1. Top Thrill 2. Now, so far to date, I have 11 rides on this, and I have to say I'm in love with it. Now, the reason why I like it more than Maverick and Still Vengeance is because of the adrenaline that you get from riding it. For me, that's what I really like most out of a coaster, is the feeling inside of me of, oh my gosh, that was awesome, I need more of it. It's almost like an addiction. The first launch is fun. It's not the best. I've been on the original, mind you, and obviously I missed the hydraulic launch, but the first launch is just fun. It gets you amped up for what's to come, because it's all about that reverse 101 mile an hour launch that sends you zooming past the grandstand and everyone watching on the midway. From there, it's the back spike, and I have to say, the feeling that you get going up that spike and just hanging up there, it is freedom. It is absolutely freedom. I can't describe the feeling. I just absolutely love it. I wish you could be up there even longer and even higher. But then you have the 120-mile-an-hour launch to get ready for, and that is just gets you up and over the top hat. But unlike the original, where you really did not get that much airtime going over the top hat, with Top Thrill 2, you get pulled down it on the drop and you get airtime. It's awesome. Honestly, Top Thrill 2 offers my two favorite coaster elements that you're going to find at Cedar Point, the top hat and the reverse spike. Top Thrill 2 is an adrenaline machine, and I'm so glad it's running great this year, and they have a fantastic crew. Cedar Point offers the best collection of coasters in the world, and in the showcase video at the bottom of your screen, I rank each one by its height from the smallest to the tallest with a few surprises. So be sure to check out that video. So now I want to know, how do you rank the coasters at Cedar Point, especially if you've already been on Siren's Curse? You know what to do, let me know in the comments. As always, this is Theme Park Brandon. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.